I don't know, man.
Hey,
if he doesn't change his behavior, it's downward from
Hey,
here.
man, speaking of dead, man, we got to talk about Meg The Stallion.
You be giving it to her every time I'm on.
We got to talk about Meg the Mule. She went from a stallion to a mule. Meg the Mule.
J Camp's favorite artist.
J Camp's favorite artist and production.
Go ahead and say it, J Camp. What's the other name? Starts with an S.
I thought you was gonna say Harvey.
Hey, nobody know. I fuck with him on the low. We never show up together, but I text him when I'm ready to go. Hey.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Harvey.
That's what you call Steve
Harvey's daughter, Doc. Not the hot one.
Not the stepdaughter, but the actual daughter.
The actual daughter, not the stepdaughter. That has none of your DNA in it. Pause.
Go ahead, Al. Go ahead. It's been a long time. Go ahead, brother.
Stop.
There it is.
Stop it.
We gotta talk about Meg the Mule. Hold on.
Y'all blazing. Shout out to Meg, man.
Shout out to Meg. First of all, hold on. First of all, we like Meg.
Do we though? It don't seem like it.
Or maybe we did like her.
Oh man, more shots.
LB
but this is the
just
thing,
said,
like,
I'm gonna
first of all,
keep it
remember when she
100.
tried to poop? Remember when she tried to poop on Travis Scott when he had his situation? Was like, yeah, I'm not. She never supported. Like, she doesn't support nobody from Houston. Houston's known for all the artists supporting each other. Like, she got on and she just said F Houston.
She did.
So it's like, man, I can't
disagree with
respect
that. Yep. I'm not disagreeing with that one.
So my thing, like, she went to our culture's mother goddess, pearl of the earth, Gayle King.
If you hate
Snoop Dogg called her by the right name.
Gayle King. Funky dog head, bitch.
You hate a man, you know you're going on Gayle King show.
So Snoop Dogg called her by the right name.
Hey, wasn't Kale's? Did he go to Gayle King?
Yeah. First of all, she pooped on Kobe before he was even cold in the ground. Then you pooped on. You pretty much put the nail in the coffin for Kale.
Hey, Iceberg, I'm hearing a lot of Amber Heard references with that poop, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I'm just hearing a lot of Amber Heard mattress situations right there. But go ahead.
Gayle King takes any opportunity to dance on black men, man, especially when they down, they can't talk about them, because the whole point of this situation was you go on Gayle King and talk about the situation, but Tory Lanez can't do it. He has a gag order.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, wear the kufi, son. Go ahead, wear the kufi.
No, this thing, we're gonna do no kufis on this joint. It's gonna be straight back. No kufis, man. Right. Unless it's the golden joint with the diamonds, like J Cam was saying.
Yeah, that's what Bebop had on it first.
Like the hood do rags. Okay, go ahead.
Long story short, man, like this is the last time we're gonna talk about this until they go to trial. This happened 2 years ago, and we know all the details, but it's almost like she went on the Gayle King thing almost for propaganda purposes. But it blew up in her face because whatever her talking points they told her to stay on was horrible. And then when Gayle asked her about the whole, did he smash?
Have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
She said, what? Like,
she paused.
She was like, oh, and she looked off and all that. When she asked her other questions, she answered it right on the clock and had maybe some, that Johnson & Johnson no tears shampoo formula. There was no tears in this whole situation.
That sounds like a Kofi situation you just gave, but go ahead.
And then the other situation was, shout out to Les Dog. She put in the group chat.
Hey, the Les Dog.
Shout out Les Dog. That if you look at the what's in the circle right here, it's dark. But when they showed the actual text message from her friend that said that Tory had shot her, it was at 7:30. But if we look at the sunrise on that day in California, it was at 5 o'clock, 5:30, 2 hours before.
On Kofi.
Did I put the Kofi on accident?
I think the Kofi's on, bro.
Put the Kofi on. Wow. So long story short, from you guys just looking at the interview, do you still believe that there's a reasonable doubt that Tory didn't shoot her, and somebody else could have? Like, what's your thoughts on this whole situation before we just close the casket on this thing until they go to trial?
I
the situation is goofy.
It is. It's super goofy.
It's goofy, man.
Let's
J Camp.
Get it, Camp. Go ahead and get it, Camp.
Go and get your favorite artist, Camp. Go ahead.
You don't have to go
in production.
You don't have to go on to Gayle King to like sell me on that. This is like,
yeah, man, it's a fail on her team.
This is like Trump going to his favorite person on Fox News, like to push some type of agenda, and that's basically all this was. So, to me, everything.
That Tucker?
Dude, that Tucker. It was like Trump being on Tucker.
Shout out Tuck, man.
Old Friar Tuck.
But everything just, for me, fell on deaf ears once she got interviewed by Gayle King. Because we knew every question was going to be slanted. Mm-hmm. There was going to be no hard questions asked of her.
She was coaching. She was coaching, too.
Yeah, I mean, this was more like you going on Jada's Red Table Talk for somebody to have, for somebody to have people will. Like, she would let August Alsina on Red Table Talk. That's what Jada would have done. But to me, because we all know Gayle got an agenda, so she was loving this. I bet she's been calling Meg for months to come on the show.
Oh, you know, Gayle King was chomping at the bit.
I can help you.
Stop.
I can help, bro. It's the reason Gayle's single. But anyway,
she got yams too.
You know, but. Yeah, this was all. I mean, this was all agenda driven. I mean, I really, at this point, for everything that's happened, I mean, it's kind of like,
man, y'all are bodying.
I think a lot of people have stopped caring about this. Besides her fans, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think anyone cares one iota about this whole situation, and the fact that she went on this show, this platform, to speak on it. I mean, to me, that tells me more about her than anything. It's like, why can't people just let things just play out? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Because this is going to be used in court now.
Facts.
And please believe this, though. Please believe this. I do think that these people being like Megan Thee Stallion type people, they think that they are pop stars, and so when they think that they're pop stars,
they really an N-word. At the end of the day, that's
so much facts.
That's the way the world.
Drop a bomb for that, man. Drop a bomb for J Camp.
That's the way the world looks at you as an N-word.
Oh, say it one more time for the N-words in the back.
Just saying, that's the way the world looks at you. This is not a win. Like, that's why L set that up perfectly. When you think you're a pop star to push an agenda, you really are. You come off as an N-word to other people.
Even if you in the binge, you still a nigga in the coop.
Still are. So facts.
Boy,
right?
so many bars.
But that is truly what these people be thinking is like, oh, I'm a pop star. So as a pop star, I have to talk to a popular like host or MC, right? I can't go talk to Elliot Wilson. I can't go talk to even Jamel Hill or somebody like that.
DJ Academics even.
Yeah,
or Joe Budden.
Yeah, I can't do any of those things because that's not pop star enough. And so they say, oh, what's a pop star do? A pop star is going to talk to.
I got to holler at Barbara Walters.
Yeah, I got Barbara Walters. There you go, fat. Barb, man. Bars, man.
So that's what she's thinking. And she's not realizing that this is navigating her into a problematic space.
This is why you come to Fresh Out right here.
Yeah,
it is.
It's real problematic, but that's the thinking, and that's what you really have to do when you start to get into these situations. Is you got to start to get into the mindset of like not only that person but also that person's team, right? We talk about this all the time on this show, right? It's not just the person; it's the person's team, right? And who's all the yes men or not yes men in and around you that are telling you things and propping you up and stuff, and you can tell that she's totally been propped up. And here's the other thing that we definitely know there are lies throughout this whole thing. The only thing we don't know is what is the actual lies and what is the actual truth. But we know it's some lies.
We know it's some foolery.
And we might not never get it till Tory Lanez is on his deathbed or something. like got a memoir.
The hairline went back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
that happens.
Taco meat on the scalp.
Taco meat. He got that look. He got the alopecia on the top. Alopecia.
And I kind of compare this. You know, we always talk sports on this show anyway, right?
Dust on the hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Bill Simmons be saying the same thing. He'd be like, "Hey man, listen, man, there's all these things that I'm hearing, and I think I know what the truth is, but we ain't gonna know about it until 20 years later when that athlete comes out with a book or whatever." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So same thing here, same thing in hip hop is we ain't gonna know about it until 20, 25 years later when somebody actually comes out with that memoir and we actually get the actual
get
truth.
it.
But we know it's a whole bunch of lies in here, and we just can't figure out what the lies is and all of that. And that's what makes, I think that's what's kind of piques everybody's interest on this situation is because we don't know what the lies are, except we know that there's lies out here.
Because she wants to talk about it to make sure that agenda is out there. So she wants to remove herself from any blame. I mean, you know,
bruh.
But the truth always will prevail at some point.
Hey, in the dark always come to the light, bro.
That's absolutely.
Well, and this is the thing. She drops a single, Plan B,
nasty,
4 days ago, and then she also comes out with this interview the same week, the same time period. So this was a scheduled rollout. And then my thing is, if you're going to if you're going to be a pop star and go to the Barbara Walters to Droopy, aka Gayle King. You need to at least just tell the whole your story, tell the whole story, not bits and pieces. Because even when she was talking, she was just basically just giving bits and pieces. It really wasn't even a congruent story. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm with you, Slim. It wasn't no tears. It was no tears. She was making that sound like, but it wasn't no tears coming out, man. It's like when my toddler do that. Be like, I'm so upset. It ain't no tears.
Ain't no tears, dog. And they start laughing when you tickle them and bull.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Stop.
Bebop P, man, like put the gold kufi on, man. Let's go in, man.
Hey man, y'all laced it so heavy. I mean, yeah, it definitely seems like this is a situation that, to me, somebody would do when their back's against the wall. Because
desperation?
It seems like a desperation move because if the narrative was heavily in her favor, she wouldn't need to go on Gayle King's this interview like that. At least that's my thought process as a possibility. Definitely see the crocodile tears in order to garner better support from the court of public opinion, I should say.
And the Me Too.
What she's banking on.
The Me Too squad.
Yeah, absolutely. She's banking on this interview, or at least initially she was banking on this interview to influence her legally and to slam Tory throughout the whole ordeal. But I don't think it really did what she wanted it to. Brothers also said it. Folks don't really care about the situation like that. And also, I think, most people really see her character as well, just in this situation and just period. I mean, if you look at some of the folks that she's done, business, whether it's personal or professional, like, hairstylist, the fellow female that was with her and Tory at the time. I think her name was Kelsey. What was her name? Kelsey or something?
Yeah.
Kelsey. You know what I'm
saying?
And
then she did admit that she lied about the stepping on glass.
So with that said, what else could she be lying about?
Hey, man. And you know what? Honestly,
hold on, let me get the dollars out for that question. Before you go in, L, let me get the dollars out. I just need to make sure.
Like, what else is she?
Put them on your phone.
What else is she lying about? But hey, we here at Fresh Out, we had the Houston draft, right? And
facts. Go check out that
thing that we talked about in that Houston draft. We talked about how everybody from Houston bigs up everybody else from Houston.
Everybody, bro.
Everybody.
One person.
Meg the Mule.
The person on the screen right here, man. And so how is it that everybody else from Houston come out and they like legit, they show love and they and we respect them and then she is like this? What?
Real quick, just to add just something to that part real quick, couple that with the fact that it wasn't only Tory that got arrested that night, it was her alleged best friend, Kelsey, as well.
And so she's on record
it ain't even
saying
just a Houston
that
thing. It's a personal situation where at the end of the day, she don't care about like certain folks in her circle. But I digress. I just wanted to throw that little element in there.
That's facts right there.
Hey, and listen, and that's what we talk about all the time on the show as well, is that we can't always say somebody did or didn't do something. All we can talk about is their character, right? And her character has been showing. And what her character shows right now is not a person that you want to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
When you leave your best friend to hang out to dry, and then you do a diss song right after, not even defending her and allowing her to get arrested. And then she comes back with a diss song that you don't even reply to, and you're the artist. She just runs a management company with some Airbnbs.
Absolutely.
And you didn't reply to her diss song. I mean, yeah. And shout out to Entertainment Report Podcast. Good night.
Hey, go follow them too, man. They channels hot too. Go follow them, man.
Go ahead and support.
But my thing is, she lied. First of all, you pooped on Carl Crawford, the guy who put $300,000
on him.
She did an Amber Heard on that mattress on Carl Crawford.
She did the Amber Heard and cut the finger on my guy. Then you go to Rat Nation.
Record.
Then they prop you up like the Podfather said, propped you up, put you in all these magazines, gave you the Beyonce stimulus package with the single. You still ain't dropped no really hot album. You don't represent Houston at all. You basically smashing everybody you touching. Then you have a drunken lace night where basically you're telling somebody that they said dance bitch, and we know how tall or how vertically challenged Tory Lanez is, and you say he shot over the door.
And you took your best.
I ain't never seen no short cat jump over the door and start bucking like this.
Man, unless he was Muggsy Bogues, like he probably be like a great athlete. Spud Webb,
Manute Bo or something.
Iceberg,
Tory, that type. We seen him on the court.
Hand me the coof, man.
So
at the end of the day, look, this is first of all, let's be clear.
We seen
love
Tory's
our women,
jumper
we love
on
our
the
black
court.
women. This ain't no hate towards women.
So we know
this ain't no misogyny, nothing like that. This is straight Meg the Mule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's been capping since she's been in the industry, and people want her to win, man. But she's been basically like playing, like she learned the game from whoever she learned it from, Rock Nation, and she's been cheating. And it goes back to what Jay Camp said. It goes back to, well, who's your Rich Paul? And so if you have somebody who's knowledgeable about the game and being 100 as they're making the moves, you're going to win.
Used to be
Carl people Crawford. That are basically doing these plays where
you took it
they're trying to cheat her into a slot and basically prop her up. You're going to have these things that pop up. And I think Rock Nation was the one who told Kelsey, send out that text message at 7:30 and not 5:30. And then basically we can fix it. And then they pooped on her and basically shut her down. And then that's why Kelsey was mad. Because like, yo, you told me to do this and I looked out. And then now you basically shut me out.
The Kofi's on, bro. The Kofi's on. Hey,
man, at the end of the day, man, let's be clear. We love our women, but at the end of the day, they wake up capping. We you know, someone wake up capping. I think Megan's the capper, man. She's been capping since she's been in the industry, and it's sad because she actually has real talent.
Well, that's what's crazy is because FRSHOUT would like her to win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We would like her to succeed, but we want her to succeed.
Because Meg is talented.
Not in this crummy way that she's attempting to go about it.
And I think, honestly, man, this is all basically coming back on her because I think she would have been more successful with Carl Crawford.
Drop a bomb for that one.
Drop a bomb.
And it's just karma. It's karma because you try to do the cheat code, man.
Yeah.
Boom.
And like I said, we artists, we producers, we've been doing music for a while. We understand the grind. We understand, hey, man, you need that viral moment. You need sometimes the backing. Yeah. But to me, I think like it goes back to what LB said. They try to make her a pop star. They just gave her. Did they give her a Grammy?
She believes it in her mind, though, man. She believes that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but she got a Grammy, correct?
I don't know. I don't follow the Grammys. She don't have a FRSHOUT award. I know that.
Man.
Hilarious.
Dang, L with the L for her. Dang.
I'm telling you, she don't have a FRSHOUT award.
And let's be clear. Don't be coming in the comment section saying we hating on Meg. This is this grown man talking. Sometimes we need to take you out in the shed and spank you so you can act right for the rest of your life. So at the end of the day, man, like maybe Meg can turn this around. Because this thing, I think if Meg actually said, hey, man, I was capping, I think people would forgive her. She'd be fine.
Yeah,
I'd be fine. I'd be all right with that. Like you don't have
If
to.
she said, "Hey man,
need...
I was young and dumb, and I was drunk that night, and I was scared, and Rat
That's
Nation
it.
basically told me to do X, Y, and
That's
Z."
it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get on Gayle King to persuade me.
She won Best New Artist. She had the Grammy. She won Best New Artist last year with that Rock Nation Stimmy.
But so did your boy who that beat Kendrick.
Oh yeah.
Doing what she did on Gayle, that was about as bad as
that was horrible.
Man,
Yeah.
that was about as bad as receiving good relationship advice.
Do you think that was her idea or Rock Nation's idea, Bebo?
What's that, brother?
Do you think that was Rock Nation's idea to do that Gayle thing, or was it her?
I would lean toward her if I were a betting man, and I'm not. But I would say it's her idea.
But I bet Rock signed off on it though too.
They had to.
Oh, I'm sure they signed off on it, but if anything, I could see like the machine, these labels or whoever the infrastructure is that's backing her. I could see her I could see them telling her to just, hey, look, let's just hold off, stay, just kind of keep everything quiet. And wait until we'll have to wait until trial. Like
Well, this thing, if they already know that Tory's DNA is not on that gun, and they might lose this court case, they can say, "Oh, well, we won public opinion though."
Well, but if that doesn't even work, then how does that make it look?
To me, that PR push is equivalent to that R. Kelly interview on BET, that very first one he did. And people forgave R. Kelly for that too.
They did.
Remember he was trying to say that wasn't me on that tape.
Yeah.
And even homie was like, "Bro, that looked just like you, but it wasn't me." And people believe that. That's what that
Eddie Murphy died. Wasn't me.
That's what this interview felt like for me. It was such just a PR push.
It was all PR.
From the truth.
It was all.
Long story short, man. Where do y'all see Meg in 3 years, man? Y'all see her still in the rap game?
I see her dealing with their PR push. PR meaning Pookie and Ray Ray, but
she'll still be in the game.
She'll be in the game. She's gonna be dropping songs. They gotta go be hot, and somebody will try to.
She's still gonna be twerking 3 years.
She is. She's still gonna be just. Meg's gonna be Meg.
She'll probably get a McDonald's meal. Has she already? No, she got a Popeyes meal, right? Okay.
I think this was all just to save sponsorship, because if the sponsorships start leaving,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a Titanic, bro. It's a Titanic, man.
There ain't no album. The last couple singles have been really. I mean, maybe Plan B has no idea.
Real quick before we leave off this subject, what do y'all think the labels are saying and her management is saying right now behind closed doors? Right after that interview just got done airing, do y'all think
Kanye West, dog, run away, bro?
No,
when you say run away, you talking about them strategizing,
distance yourself from her and make it all her.
So that's what you think they're doing.
Don't let the splatter hit us, man. Where she blames us for what she did.
Okay.
They went straight to accounting and they said, move this pile of money over to Lotto's account or whatever.
Yeah, move it to the Big D Energy.
Move how much, son? Move how much? About like that much?
About that much, yeah.
About that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me.
Hey man, Lotto's are turning to the new Meg The Stallion.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, that's 500. No. Let's go with this. So this is Meg and everything else in Lotto. That's Lotto right there.
Hey man, this is the thing, and Lotto has
your funds in order.
Lotto has recent hits too, and she's sticky thick.
And she what? Iceberg?
Thicky thick.
Oh.
They moved that account. They moved that account.
They moved these. Okay, all right.
Hey man, Cardi B's basically a married woman with another kid. Nicki Minaj has her little thug love and her little kid. Meg the Mule basically can't even sell out a show in Houston, her hometown, where they love independent music, especially thotty yaddy yaddy music, and you can't sell out there.
Yikes!
Travis Scott ain't invite you to come on stage.
And Lotto's over. You gotta throw Mr. Astro World in there. Dang.
He didn't invite you to the Astro World.
Go ahead and say it again.
And you from Houston.
Go ahead and say yikes, though. Hell, we need the LB yikes.
Hey man,
ouch.
It's a not girl. It's a not girl summer, dog. But like I said, man, prayers to her. And this
Black
thing, man,
girl.
I get it, man. When you don't have a father and your mother passed away, and that's why we feel for Meg, because she is a black woman.
That is tough.
And we want her to
Absolutely.
win. And when you don't have family, man, that's rough, bro.
It's rough.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you don't have counsel, and this is why I stay sane, because of you guys, man, because I can call you guys with any kind of problems. I cannot imagine not being able to call you guys and say, hey, man, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Hip Hop VCR said it's COVID, man. It ain't because you're not popping, man. Come on, man. Hip Hop VCR threw the little lifesaver little joint off the boat. You know,
You can go and give it to Hip Hop VCR L. Go ahead and give it to him, L, if you need to, if you feel inclined.
Hey, I'm with it.
You with it? Okay. It's COVID. Okay, it's okay. All right, it might be COVID. All right.
might be COVID.